What's going on, everyone? My name's Sam, and I'm a TGC Tour Pro in PGA 2K23, but today I'm going to bring you an honest review of the new EA Sports PGA Tour Road to the Masters. Now, we're going to run through a couple things, but in the end, I'm going to give you a score out of 100 points of where I think this game lands and where it compares to a game like 2K23. As most of you know, I'm a golf game fanatic, but for the past couple years, it's been dominated by the TGC, or what most people know as the 2K and HB Studios form of a golf game. But this year, EA Sports came out with Road to the Masters, a new and kind of fresh look at what golf gaming could be. This isn't an overly in-depth video, just a general overlook of Road to the Masters. We're going to look at base level character customization first, what it has and what it's missing. First is body type. I don't understand why there's only 2 options, and none of them are as big as I am. Next is your physical appearance, and while I thought there was going to be more in-depth options, there really isn't much more than 2K. And when it comes to your swing, there was only 3 options to pick from, when they have multiple pros in the game that they could have simulated. But on the back end, they get a little bit more in-depth, with the preferred ball trajectory, your preferred tempo, and even your preferred shot shape when hitting off the tee. They also fell a little short on customizing the caddy. I want to make it as close as possible to a friend or maybe even a family member carrying my bag on the course. Next, I want to talk about the attributes. There's definitely a lot of good here while progressing the game as you feel like your character's getting better, but in the end, it feels like the game is just getting easier. You're just becoming closer and closer to becoming this Superman character that's unbeatable in golf. And as you progress, it almost feels like while you're playing, you're almost never in trouble, which is something I don't like about this game. When I'm in the sand or the rough, I don't want easy lies or easy shots to put me next to the pin, and that's what seems to happen. But there's no doubt that the customization of the style of player that you become is in the equipment, much like the fitting system in 2K. The clubs have different styles of club heads that give different variants to what your club does on the course. So when your attributes are all maxed out and everyone's the same, it's the club heads that will make everyone different. So let's talk about game modes, because they have all the classics that you're looking for in the quick play to play with your friends, play as any of the pros, and on all your favorite courses. But there's a little bit more in-depth that we missed from the original EA games that I feel like 2K really whiffed on. First is challenges. Putting your character in specific situations, whether it be specific shots at the Masters, other events that you know, or big shots and big moments within the sport. This is something I miss most about EA, and something they brought back that feels really immersive and a lot of fun. They also brought back their tournaments, daily, weekly, and seasonal, where you can compete against other players on a set track. The good part is, there's great prizes and things that you earn out of this that'll help you progress in the game. The negative is, the same complaint of the old EA games, I bet that the same people will be at the top, and we're going to see scores that seem so unrealistic and uncatchable that the general golfer probably won't play them too often. Then there is a career mode, which really feels like you're going through the tour, playing the biggest events and the smallest events, earning your points, and trying to win the FedEx Cup, while playing the most important tournaments a year, the Masters, the US Open, and all the other majors that we missed out on in 2K. The next big thing I want to talk about is immersive content. 2K lacks a ton of this, but in EA, I really feel like I'm part of the tour, and I really feel like they bring a lot to the table when it comes to the overall feel of a golf experience. As we can see here, amazing graphically enhanced flyovers of holes, along with just the feel of what the tournament is like if you were actually there. Every single detail is thought of from hole to hole, and it really shows that golfers were a part of the development of this game. Now that we've gotten through the general back-end side of the game, let's get into the most important part, which is the gameplay. I have thousands of hours in the 2K/HB Studios version of a PGA game. So playing this feels very new and exciting, but there's a lot of things that I feel like they did wrong and a lot of things they did right. First I want to talk about is the swing mechanic. In EA, it seems unnaturally slow. And what do I mean by that is when I pull all the way back on my joystick, it takes a long time for the club to actually hit the point to where I push it forward. That is something that's different from 2K, where in 2K it feels like a free flow and the club is actually matching the speed of your joystick. Next, I want to talk about shot selection. And while it seems like having a ton of shots in every situation is great, in my eyes, it takes away from the creativity of really finding a shot in a hard place. Every single spot on the course feels like you have a shot that gets close to the pin. And to me, it feels a little too easy when I should be punished in certain areas. Next, I want to talk post-shot mechanics, as in how the ball reacts to the course. And to be honest, EA knocks this out of the park. It is obvious that they took the time to learn every course that they created to find out how a ball reacts in certain instances at any point on the course. This is a huge plus for someone that loves a simulation type game. So let's wrap this up with a couple things I didn't mention. First is the graphics. The courses look amazing, the characters look decent, but outside of that, it does feel a little arcadey, and I know consoles are going to be locked at 30 frames, and I know it's going to be noticeable, and many of you will be disappointed. Next is the competitive scene. The game is brand new, and we don't know where that will settle. Where are we going to see the best players in the world playing, and how will they be playing against each other? Reason being, I want to be known as one of the best golfing gaming players on the planet. Until I know where that community lies, I really don't know where I stand on this game. Now it's time to give the game a rating, and after playing for a solid week, I can give it an 85 out of 100. There is a lot of great things about this game that I absolutely love, and it's so fresh to me and different that I can't stop playing. Just a couple things on the mechanics are really what's holding it back from being incredible. And lastly, I would put money that my review goes down a little bit once I get bored of playing the same things over and over again. The course creator and the societies and tournaments that we play on 2K is what drive the longevity of the game. But in the end, is it worth the money? Absolutely. So go snag a copy, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you at the Masters.